Okay, this is an introduction to the BYOB simple footer widgets for the Thesis Classic Responsive Skin. This box also works with the Social Triggers skin, and it may work with other skins, but it is looking for something specific in those skins, so it may not actually work in your skin. Anyway, the way this box works is it adds some number of widgets to the footer of your skin. And it does so without requiring you to go into the skin editor to add it. And this box is really intended for people who do not want to edit their skin inside of the skin editor. And as you'll see in a few minutes, it doesn't show up inside the skin editor after you install it, but it does show up on the page. And using it obviously starts with installing it. So we're going to go ahead and install it by coming down here to the bottom of the page and clicking on the link. It downloads, and then coming over to the site where we're going to install it. This is currently running Social Triggers, and coming over to Boxes and Manage Boxes. This installs just like any other box does. So we'll go ahead and upload the box, choose the file. And here's the file, BYOB Classic Footer Widgets. If this thing is named anything else, if it has any numbers after it or anything like that, that means that your computer has renamed the file, which probably means there's more than one copy of it on your hard drive. So, and if you try to install one that is named differently than this, it's not going to work properly. So make sure that when you go to upload it, it's actually named this, and also make sure that it stays a zip file. Sometimes, in particular, Safari will unzip the file automatically for you, and it doesn't do you any good unzipped. So you need to, when you're going to install it, it needs to be a zip file. So we'll go ahead and say open, add the box. Say OK to that. And then scroll down here to where we find it and put a checkbox in. Hit Save Boxes. Okay, and what that has done now is it has created this little menu item here called Footer Widgets. Okay, so if you click on this Footer Widgets menu item under Boxes, this is the place where you can set up how many widgets are going to display. You have a choice of 1 through 4. We'll go ahead and place 4 in here. And then we're just going to go ahead and save the box. And if you come over now and take a look at your Appearance and Widgets panel, you'll see that we have Footer Widgets 1, 2, 3, and 4 now added to the Widgets panel. And if you refresh your page over here on the site, you'll see, scroll down here, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 footer widget areas that are already there for you to add content to. Now, the cool thing about this is that also this is responsive. So when you scroll in like this, or when you shrink the size of the browser, the boxes either stack, or they stack side by side, or they stay in their normal position. So it's a fully responsive. And that's all there is to it. However, if you have looked inside the skin editor in the past, and you come over here to the skin editor, this is something that I find confuses folks. They expect now to see that in this box over here. They expect to see some place where they can find a footer widgets box in here, because they expect to have to add it down here to the footer themselves. But actually, you don't have to do that. If you open up the footer, you're not going to see them in there. They don't show up in the skin editor at all, except for one thing, and that is if there's a template you don't want them to display on. So say we're looking at the landing page template, and you don't want them to display on the landing page template. If you click on the template options, you'll notice that there is a footer widgets section here. And you can just check this box to say remove footer widgets from this template. And now the widgets won't show up there. Okay, so it's a little different than the standard template editing or template editor system in that there isn't any box here that you see, but that's deliberate because it's intended for people to use who probably don't want to open up the skin editor. Okay?